to the relevant question and answer. The government, new government, given government, has the mandate to take decision and make a policy under Article 309, I think. Article 309, I think, of the Constitution. The cabinet has the mandate to take policy decision. Here, as is rightly mentioned by our Chief Minister in charge of National Highway, the Chief Secretary, whoever may be, cannot take decision on behalf of the government. In other words, he is not empowered to take shelter under Article 309. But the cabinet, the new cabinet has the mandate to take its power conferred under Article 309. And therefore the suppression of the then Chief Secretary, not according to compensation, land compensation other than damage. The Honorable Cabinet has the full competence to suppress the Chief Secretary's letter. Number one. Number two, talking in terms of policy matters and the procedural things. Years and years have been lapsed. People are losing economic, and it is losing in a big way. To Uyang to Biki, it takes almost 1 hour, which should be covered by 30 minutes in a good road condition. Not even 30 minutes, it will take me 20 minutes. Now, sir, to take by force, I don't think it will be a wise step on the part of the government to initiate forceful action. As this 5 mentioned or 6 mentioned villages. They have, I think they have become hostile to their own evidence. That do not claim land compensation but damage compensation. But they become hostile to their own evidence. And therefore the later position has been taken precedence over the former. And therefore whatever the landowners as compared under 371A, which is a parliamentary law, we cannot suppress it. And therefore, while talking about the procedural things, people of that area are getting suffered every day. And therefore, I wanted to supplement in this way that the matter should be taken up by the Chief Minister's level to the Union Transport Minister, and that in its decision, it is only organized a public undertaking, but not a full-fledged government of India organization. The minister in charge is the nodal authority to take decision in this context. Now, if we follow the plan made by the Honorable Chief Minister right now in the office, in the House, if we follow that line, it will take another few years, 10, 20 years. By that time, the sub will perish. And therefore, I wanted to appeal to the leader of the House to kindly intervene from its level so that a political decision is taken properly and effectively, and no is being implemented. This is the issue I was raising in the budget season also, and therefore, as supplementation to our new members, I wanted to urge the government and leader of the House to kindly take up the issue on his level to the government of India. Thank you, sir.
Speaker, please allow, as pointed out by the Chief Minister in charge of National Highway. In some portion, in most of the portion, we have paid damage compensation as far as this capital road is concerned, package 3. I'm just taking one example. but roads have not been completed. This was a broad issue during 2018, 17, towards the end of 17 and 16. So we have paid damage compensation, but works have not been completed in those stretches. And since we agree now, as laid down by, shared by National Highway and Road Minister, that henceforth we are going to proceed and we are going to pay land compensation to the landowners. That is the plea that we are going to submit to the ministry. But here, if you see, I am seeing some sort of uprising from the landowners, especially in some areas. For example, New Land, Capital Road, Package 3. We have paid them the damage compensation. But if we start paying land compensation after taking a cabinet decision, we have discussed, and since we have laid the assembly today, and we will be proceeding those levels of the chief secretary. So this is going to create a problem unless we try to find out some solution, because they are not going to agree and we are going to suffer. They will also suffer, but government will also suffer, because they are not going to agree to the contractors to start your work. And this road is going to be a very crucial road for the entire Nagas. Till those mile you come towards the bridge junction is completed. But that side is going to be a problem. I foresee those issues. So this is not the fault of the Honorable Chief Minister. He has nothing to do with it. It's the fault of some officers who are taking the decision perhaps. But if you say henceforth, what is the solution for those projects which is completed? It's not an issue because it's completed since they have been NOC, implemented land compensation. But they are aware of this situation coming up and government is taking decision to pay land compensation henceforth. So in many places in the entire state, considerable amount of projects have not been completed. Work order issued in 2017, the early part of 2018. So these are some of the concerns of the landowners and contractors facing this issue. And this matter is being brought up to the government. It's a very important issue, I think. So we should also see for those projects not completed, which are halfway. So what solution are we going to contemplate? I think it's a very important thing because they're not going to agree as far as my knowledge is concerned. So I think we should do something about these issues. Thank you.
Speaker, sir.
I want to intervene. It's good that Deputy Chief Minister, who is in charge of National Highway, had highlighted the issue of land compensation to carry out the national highways. I want to also inform the House I was fortunate to hold the Works and Housing Department, not R&D, but Works and Housing Department. In the year 1993, as a minister. And why I'm going back to 1993 during my time? Even today, everybody wants development. And first development is road, connectivity to the respective district, administrative quarters and the villages. And under the state, under our state, no road construction land compensation was paid. Only the national highway, they have provision for land compensation. This should not be mixed up. Because we don't have money also to build the road. For the state, how can we pay compensation? You want development, you give your land. You give cooperation. It's a joint venture. So let us not mix up with this. But as stated by Deputy Chief Minister, in charge of National Highway, that mistake was seen. Now, I don't want to blame the villagers. They want the road. They want good road. That's why, like any other district roads, state roads, they may agree to not take land compensation. They must have volunteered. And the department is habitual of not giving land compensation. So some give no objection. Even in the foothill road, which we have been talking in this house for a long time. This time I met the minister in charge of MRTH, and he assured me that Prime Minister told him and that we should formulate these bigger projects and come to the Prime Minister level for decision. So he gave a hope. Now in that also, since it is not a national highway, we requested the land owners to donate, and since it is a state road, the day national highway is taken over, then we can ask for compensation. But still in this also, if the PSU and HIDCL can take the road, we may have an opportunity to discuss also. But this road is not national highway. Till national highway, then we have no right to claim. Regarding the old cases, I think with legal opinion, state government should make a study whether we can claim, whether we have the right, legal consultation, and not individually but as a state, we should go to court if national highway compensation is not given to us. So we are not competing, but I think it is a mistake which was committed because of the system we have. But any kind of development, road sector or land ownership issue, development cannot be accelerated. It takes a long time to resolve land issues. So I think now whoever is minister in charge, we should have more studies into our department. And if you have doubt, then you should also discuss with the ministry at the department level or even the state level. We have made the wrong, we had taken a cabinet decision, communication is given to the ministry, and from the ministry they had agreed. So henceforth there will be no issue. But national highway, they have specific rates. So don't demand what you call market rate or your rate. It should be ministry rate. Only then we can have some development in our state. Thank you. We have gone well ahead.